Hi, I'm Steph. I undertook advertising campaigns as part of my final semester at university. For the full 13 weeks of AMB339, students worked together in teams of 10 on an advertising campaign for a local healthy snack food client. When it came to confirming the insight, an individual disagreed, which created tension within the group. I believe this conflict evolved out of a number of things, the most prevalent being ineffective group work and group development. According to Slavin, group work is regularly used at different tiers of education to utilise the benefits of cooperative learning, gain skills that are in high demand, and are easily transferable to the workforce. Troy Hall notes that the group's success is dependent on effectively progressing through each stage of Tuckman's group development model. The 4 stages of the model include forming, which describes low levels of commitment and sense of belonging, as this is where members would typically be meeting and learning about each other. Storming, where discussions about group power and structure would occur, generally eliciting emotional responses. Norming, rules are established, group mentality is created to establish trust and willingness to cooperate. Successful conflict resolution in previous stage enhances group cohesiveness and open information exchange. And finally, performing. Team members achieve a conclusion or complete the final task. Each stage is crucial to developing cohesion within the team. Our group was required to work through the forming stage quickly to reach the storming and norming stages. We determined the structure of the group, developed a set of rules to guide us through moments of conflict, and created deadlines to achieve tasks to assist other team members. This forced us to push past low commitment levels typically experienced in the initial stage, although, as the semester went on, the commitment to achieve these deadlines dissipated, and a team was left finalising and sharing information at the last minute. It is of my belief that our group was constantly rotating in and out of the storming stage. Since most members had low motivation, interest, or time to partake in the team, most discussions were left to 4 to 5 people who were invested to achieve high marks. These discussions regularly occurred online, which, according to Mark Frameth, is notorious for creating conflict through miscommunication. Since our team did not know each other very well, emotional responses were frequent and were typically elicited from one individual. This created conflict over the direction of the insight, to which most members refrained from getting involved. I would like to point out that a barrier in overcoming the issue, other than low interest or motivation from other team members, was the benevolent sexism experienced when working with the individual. According to the Human Rights Commission, 1 in 5 women experienced sexual harassment at university, and in this scenario, it included unwarranted comments on appearance, regular interruptions, and dependency-orientated assistance. To reach a solution, I had a face-to-face discussion with this team member to discuss the issue at hand. Unfortunately, my attempt to mediate failed, so I sought help from my unit coordinator, who provided alternative options and advice. There are multiple factors that played into resolving the conflict. Mainly, the individual suddenly had a change of heart and accepted the insight to work with the group in creating the pitch. Christine Miller notes that projects can become derailed if some team members are unwilling to embrace this learning curve of working through conflict, especially within pluridisciplinary groups that involve multiple people with varied background and skill sets. This then meant our ability to work through the norming stage was hindered, as we were unable to form successful group cohesion and be open in sharing information to assist in reaching the performing stage, or the pitch. That said, the 4 to 5 people who put the most effort into presenting the pitch did a great job in pulling it together, and our team has walked away with a distinction for it. In light of Tuckman's model and working through different developmental stages to achieve success, you could say that we were still able to do very well, even with a lack of group cohesion. Ray's etc. note that a linear progression to the stages is not always viable due to the complexities and chaos that are involved in group work, indicating that our biggest issue was the inability to effectively resolve the group conflict and commitment to each other in reaching our predetermined goals.